What's up, internet? My name's Sammy Fightmaster and welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you can tell by my background, I am done dog sitting. I am back in my normal place to film, which I'm excited about and happy to be back here. But that also means I don't get to play with dogs anymore, and I'm sad about that. Anyways, moving on. The actual point of this video is not to talk about that, but to be reviewing season 1 of the Netflix original, Sweet Magnolias. So this show came out about a week ago on Netflix. I believe May 19th is when I first saw something about it. It's been like in Netflix's top 10 in the US every day since it came out. I'm not positive what it is today. This show is kind of a lot to digest, honestly. A lot happens in this show. It's very Hallmarky. When you watch it, the story seems like something you would definitely see on the Hallmark Channel. It definitely fits that. But it has the production value of a Netflix show. I'm trying to think of like the best way to describe like the plot of this show because there's just so much that happens. But here we go. So the show takes place in a little bitty southern town in South Carolina called Serenity. Like, it's your stereotypical small southern town where everybody knows your name and everybody knows your business. And it focuses on this group of 3 best friends who have been best friends since they were kids. They've grown up together. They've all kind of had like their break away from Serenity, but then they come back. The group of best friends that it focuses on are Maddie, Helen, and Dana Sue. They're all adults. Maddie and Dana Sue both have kids. Helen does not. Every episode they've got their weekly margarita nights, which seems awesome. I need to do that with my friends. I wouldn't mind doing that. Where they just talk about their weeks, talk about kids, talk about the dumb boys. There are a lot of dumb boys in this show. This group of women have taken kind of different paths in life while still being best friends. That hasn't affected their friendship, but they all do very different things. And one of the big things that this show it's like the overarching thing that ties it together is they, when they were younger, had this idea to open up a spa for women in this town because there's nothing close to them like that. And in this very pretty old house in this town that everybody loves. And the stars start aligning and they get the opportunity to do that. That's what they decide to do. They become business partners and start to make this spa. Them with the spa is kind of like a setting and a backdrop for a whole lot of drama that happens unrelated to the spa. So like the show focuses on them going into business together, but then also focuses on so much drama away from that business. It's an odd show to try to describe, honestly, but we're gonna try it. We'll start with Maddie. So Maddie's kind of like the main character of the show. She is, if I had to guess, in her mid-40s, early 40s. She's getting a divorce because her husband, or ex-husband, Bill, is a dum-dum, and he cheated on her with, he's a doctor, he cheated on her with one of his nurses. Nurse got pregnant, so people found out about that. So now him and Maddie are getting a divorce, and now he is engaged to the mistress. And he is just one of those characters that you just want to slap upside the head and be like, you're dumb. Because everything's everybody else's fault all the time. He cheated on Maddie because she didn't love him anymore. All that. It's so dumb. He's one of those guys that you just want to be like, oh, you poor stupid man. He's just that one character that everybody's like, how dumb are you? Anyways, Maddie and Bill have 3 kids together. Maddie's been a stay-at-home mom. Her 2 oldest kids are in high school. The youngest one is, they don't focus on her a lot, but she's got to be around 8, maybe. She's young. But the 2 older ones are getting a lot of heat at high school because everybody knows what happened between their parents. And so they got to deal with some dumb teenagers making comments and acting out. So that's Maddie's family. One of the best friends is Dana Sue, who is a head chef at this restaurant called Sullivan's, which is like the nicest restaurant in town. She is currently separated from her husband. I don't think we ever found out what happened. We were like getting close at the end of the season, and then I don't think we made it to that point. But she has a teenage daughter Annie, who is best friends with Maddie's older two boys. Annie's a little angsty, and Dana Sue is the head chef, so she knows how to command things. She is the boss. And Annie doesn't like that. They butt heads a lot during this season. Annie's going through some emotional turmoil, and she's on a roller coaster ride of her own. She just has a lot of issues this season. She grows a lot by the end of the season, but you're just like, wow. Yeah, Annie and Dana Sue have their problems this season. And then we move on to Helen. Helen has never been married. She's never had kids. She is a lawyer in town. She's like the best lawyer in town. She handles everything. She's doing very well. She's an aunt to the other two girls' kids, and they call her Aunt Helen, and she's really cool. I really liked Helen. She's kind of like just the overall person of the spa. She's just runs things. But this season has a lot of, she's discovering a lot of things about what she wants and how quickly she wants to move on with that. Like, she's in late 30s, early 40s. She wants kids. She's just not ever met anybody to have them with. And so she does a lot of self-discovery this season. And I felt bad for her. She has a couple of potential love interests that some are better than others this season, and you will discover that. There's a lot of drama. There's so much drama because you've got the drama with the moms and how they interact with the adults in the town. Then you've got the drama with the kids and how they interact with everybody. And there's just so much to follow, and it's hard to like process. It was a good show, but at points it felt like I was forcing myself to watch it. Like, there were, to me, too many low points in the show. The acting was done really well. I forgot to mention the mistress of Bill, who is pregnant and who he's engaged to. Her name is Noreen, and she is played by Jamie Lynn Spears from Zoe 101. She was Zoe Brooks back in the day from my childhood. I literally screeched when I saw her appear on my screen in this because it's like a part of my childhood coming back to me, and I loved it. I was so excited to see her, probably more excited than I was for most of the show, to be honest. And honestly, she did pretty well in this show, because let's be honest, she was not the best actress on Zoe 101, but it's been 13 years since the show ended. This is like the first thing that she's done, and she's actually pretty good in it. She actually had me feeling sorry for her character. There's great acting all around in the show. It was a very well produced and acted, and honestly the story was not bad. Everything like that was done well. It was an overall good production. So Maddie is played by Joanna Garcia Swisher, who most people might not know her, but I loved watching Reba as a kid, and even honestly now. And she is the actress that plays Cheyenne. She's been in several other things, but that is like the dominant thing in my mind. Some other actors, Dana Sue was played by Brooke Elliott, who is a little lesser known. She was in a show that I also loved called Drop Dead Diva, which you should definitely go check out that show. It's on Netflix. You definitely need to watch it. You just have to. Then Helen was played by Heather Headley, who I've seen in a couple episodes of Chicago Med over the last couple of years. That's the only thing I've seen her in. She's been in other things. You can go check her out on IMDb and look it up. The acting was done very well. That being said, though, I just felt like I was having to force myself to watch the show. Like, it wasn't bad, and it just wasn't like my cup of tea. We'll say that. So that being said, I'm going to give this show 3 stars. Because, like I said, the acting was done very well. The story was just so overloaded with things to pay attention to that I just couldn't. And I stopped caring about certain things because they felt like they got drawn out too much, or there was too much drama associated with it. Which is weird for me to say because, like I said, I love a good drama. I love to watch drama on TV. But it's not the best show that I've watched. Not by a long shot. It's a very pretty show to watch. Like, the scenery, whatever town that they used to shoot this show in is gorgeous. And I want to go visit there. There were just too many things to follow. I just couldn't do it. I don't think that right now they've been confirmed for a season 2. And just being honest, I will probably watch a season 2, even though I didn't love season 1, because they left off on some of the biggest bombshells ever. And like within the last like 3 minutes of the show, to where you're like, what the heck? What was that about? And I just gotta get some answers to that. If you want to watch the show, go watch the show. It's very pretty to watch, and it's a fine show. I just played on my phone more than I think I watched the actual show. I got bored during some spots, and I just couldn't get past it. Like I said, the show is on Netflix. It's only 10 episodes, like most of their stuff, so it doesn't take long to watch. If you have watched the show and you have different thoughts than I do, feel free to leave them down below. That is totally fine. I would love to hear other people's opinions. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you are new around here, welcome. And I would really love it and appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel at the end of this video, and then hit the bell off to the side after you subscribe to be notified when I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So that is all that I've got for you today. So I guess I will see you next time. Bye.